From here we go into forward fold. So it's usually on the exhale, and what you want the student to do is fold at the hips, not at the spine. So they fold at the hips and keep the spine in neutral until the point where it no longer is in neutral, and then bring the hands down to the mat, round the spine, round the shoulders, hang the head. Keep the legs strong. And often here, invite as much of a bend into the knees as needed. With tight hamstrings, what can happen is the back will then be extra rounded. So this can relieve the pressure just by bending the knees. And can you come back up with your arms up over your head? And notice that Shane is engaging to come up. What often happens is forgetting to engage or forgetting to cue the students to engage. So there's a couple ways that you can work around this. The first way is, you can put your arms down just for a moment, is when someone's coming up from forward fold, just to ragdoll, because then you're not putting the extra pressure on the lower back. When the arms are up over the head, as Shane had them, and as he folded, you really want to be cueing the engagement of the core. The arms up over the head adds 10 pounds per square inch of pressure onto the lower back. What does that mean? Really, just your increased risk for injuring the low spine. And if you already do have low back issues or low back aches, you don't want to just keep inflaming it or agitating it. So there's a couple other options. The arms can come down into the side and you swan dive. Nice. Notice keeping the neutral spine until he can't any longer. Notice the natural bend in the knees to alleviate that spinal roll. And the other option is for the hands to meet and come down. The thumbs draw a line down the center of the body. Keeping all the other engagements there that Shane did. Uttanasana. So here are some hands-on adjustments that you can perform in class. So it can be an awkward position that the student is in, and if the teacher is coming to engage. So you never want to come from behind. You want to come from the side. And one of the things that you do when you approach the student, just to keep things separate, is to come with the outside of the hip to their outside of the hip. So I'm coming here and I'm just putting my body up against Shane. So it's anchoring. And I place my hands with the fingers pointing towards the head. I place my hand on his sacrum and then I push down to the ground. So here I'm stabilizing him. This can be enough, or you can take the other hand and just run it down the spine. Notice how he just automatically went a little bit deeper. You can also massage out the neck. Make sure that your students are consenting. And then you never want to leave without really letting them know you're leaving. So from here, I remove my hand and remove my body, or I can keep the hand grounding and pushing down and remove my hip, keeping him stable and then slowly releasing. There's many options you can do in forward fold. So there is the dangle. You can instruct the student to grab a hold of opposite elbows, remembering to allow the head to hang. There's the other option where you bring the hands down to the mat. You can plant the palms on the mat, or you can flip the palms and step on the palms. Yes, bringing the toes all the way up towards the wrist, and then putting the weight into the balls of the feet.